Hi guys, this is a Rain-Aid of Detroit brass pop-up gravity retract spray head sprinkler. It has a half circle nozzle in it, and that nozzle, you won't be able to see it on camera I don't think, but it has either H26 or 92H etched into it. The numerals and characters look perfect in either direction, so who knows. But this one's special to me, and I might have this entirely wrong, I'm willing to admit that. But the Rain-Aid in the Detroit area I know was a supply house that was purchased by Century Supply in the 1970s, I believe. That was the company that Ernie Hodis ran, and shortly after that he made his one of his guys, Ben Taliaferro, vice president of the Rain-Aid division, and I got to meet Ben a couple of times. The company I worked for was purchased by Century Rain-Aid in 1996, and I ended up working for them until the very end of 2000. And so I met some really great guys there. Ed Cruz, Scott, I can't remember your last name to save my life for some reason, and you were my direct boss, so I apologize for that. Jerry Schmidt was a star for that company. Rick Hill, Phil DeMarco, who'd owned the company that we ended up selling to Century Rain-Aid. And so they were a very large distributor of irrigation equipment until they were purchased by John Deere Landscapes, I think around the year, in the early 2000s anyway. And then of course, you know, that ended up, some of those folks started Site One, which is now a very well-known supply house across the United States. But before that, you know, the big players, you had Ewing out west, and you had Century Rain-Aid more in the east and the Midwest. And they did great. They had some several hundred, or a handful of hundred anyway, branches across the country, and it was a good experience working for those guys. So I was thrilled when I got my hands on this Rain-Aid of Detroit spray head. The orifice on this spray head looks pretty darn big, so it should put out quite a bit of water. It'll be interesting to see. I think it cleaned up pretty nice. I've run into these sprinklers in a couple of different places. A guy just got his hands on kind of a bucket full of interesting sprinklers and had a couple of Rain-Aid sprays in it looked like. And then there's someone who actually put a video on YouTube a couple of years ago showing Rain-Aid spray heads with sort of stream spray nozzles in them installed in a yard. I'm guessing all these folks are in or around Michigan, because I think they were in Southfield or something like that on Telegraph Road was their headquarters anyway. But so whenever I run into something that is sort of a piece of my past, although I freely admit there may have been a company before that called Rain-Aid that sold irrigation equipment of their own brand that I know nothing about in the Detroit area, but that would be quite a coincidence, I think. Anyway, I hope you enjoy watching this guy in action, and thanks as always.